Hello everybody, this is Charles and I'm back with another toy review. This time I'm reviewing the Bandai Super Robot Chogokin Grendizer. Okay, Grendizer is what you see on the left here. I'm just showing what I got today in my package from Japan. So basically, I've got for myself Dragon Ranger, otherwise more commonly known as most of us as Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the Green Ranger, Tommy. So this is a Japan version of this Dragon Ranger. Accordingly, seems that the Japan version comes with bonus parts from the Akiba Ranger show. I'm not sure whether the Hong Kong or Asia version comes with it, but doesn't really matter. All I got is this is the Japanese version. Really cool looking figure. I really like it, which is why I bought 3. So here. Yeah, and in case you're wondering, I'm not reviewing this figure because I just bought it because of my personal interest. So most likely not reviewing it unless there's a lot of requests for me to do so. Right. And of course, there's also the reissue of Ultraman and the Brothers Mantle. If you guys recall, I did have a review on the Ultraman, the first one, which was a major disappointment. Based on what I know, this new revised version is a lot better articulation, better look and everything. I'm gonna open it one day and see if I will do a review on that as well. The Brothers Mantle, really nice. Bought one of them. I should have bought more. I should have bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Should have bought 6 of them for all the Ultra Brothers, but I didn't really pre-order most of the Ultra Brothers. I only had Ultraman. I pre-ordered reissue of Ace, reissue of Sophie. Pre-ordered the Ultra 7X, Ultraman 7X. Jack, I don't have it. Toro, I don't have it. But anyway, I believe they'll be reissued as well, so it's not a worry for me. And of course, Grendizer. I've got 2 pieces. Right. So without further ado, let me just pull my display deck here, and here we have Grendizer. Alright, finally back to the main point here. So here, Grendizer with all the parts and everything. Alright, before I carry on the review, I just like to say a big sorry to most of my fans here who have been writing comments. I have been extremely busy at work as a consultant these days, so I see replies, just that I do not have the time to really reply. So do bear with me for a while. I'll be going on leave, going to take leave some days off soon, so I will dedicate some time to reply to your comments and your questions and your suggestions. So thank you very much, and of course, thank you very much. I noticed that I have more than 1,000 subscribers right now, which is a big achievement to me. Thank you every single one of you for subscribing to my videos. It means a lot to me. To some high-profile video reviewers, 1,000 subscribers probably nothing, but to a amateur and purely hobbyist reviewer like me, I'm really grateful and thankful that I have more than 1,000 people subscribing to my videos right now. So thank you very much. I hope to continue bringing you more toy reviews, and I wish to have your continual support. Alright, without further ado, let me just go to the review of Grendizer. So here is the figure of Grendizer. I'm going to adjust the camera downwards a little bit so I can focus on him a little more. Alright. Okay, so here's Grendizer. So let me just adjust the camera a little bit more so I can capture him better. Alright, Grendizer. Alright, so Grendizer. For those of you who've seen my world first preview of Grendizer video a couple of months ago, you'll notice that I had this figure in a shop in Singapore, which was on display with the prototype. So basically, this is the complete figure. In terms of paint-wise, design-wise, not much of a difference. Of course, the joint is much tighter and better for this version. So my comments remain the same. This is a really cool looking toy, and when it comes out of the box, it's really heavy. You just felt that it's heavy. Die-cast content-wise, nothing from the top. Unfortunately, nothing from the top at all. Die-cast content is from the bottom, which is this hip portion. You see the internal of the thigh. This is die-cast. This portion is plastic. The leg, okay, this leg segment is die-cast, and the feet are let me see, I can't really tell. The feet are plastic, but the legs, these are die-cast. Alright, so in terms of look wise, Grendizer really looks hunky, beefy, beefed up, you know, which is screen accurate to what you see in the anime, which is very cool. Right, so aesthetically he looks really nice, very strong upper torso. Waist-wise, a little slim, but I guess that's how he works in the anime. Alright. The only thing I have about this piece is that I don't really like this part, this hollow part. this hollow part, I understand that it's here. Okay, let me just press the spring. It's here to press down for the sake of giving you articulation to bend backwards. But I would prefer if you had a whole complete piece over here to cover. More like the anime, you have this complete piece down here. So having this piece here, if you look at it from the sides or from the back, it just seems as if a part of Grendizer's leg had been chopped off. I didn't really realize this when I was looking at the prototype a few months ago, but now that I have a chance to look at it closer, I felt that this is quite an eyesore to me. Seriously, it's quite an eyesore to me. So I mean, despite the fact we all know that we'll display Grendizer facing frontwards, it just pricks me. It just pricks me a little to know that at the back, this is hollow. Alright, I think, yeah, it's the same for the Mazinger and Great Mazinger, and I see Mazinkaiser? No, not for Mazinkaiser, but for Mazinger and Great Mazinger. I'm gonna just show the three of them together anyway. But for Mazinger and Great Mazinger, the hollow portion is not so deep as compared to Grendizer, so really a little bit of eyesore to me. But anyhow, in terms of articulation wise, the head, the neck rotation is a very wide range of rotation. So you look at here, the neck is able to bend up this much. So as we all know, Bandai is considering whether to release the spacer. And then what I've gathered from my source, who works closely with Bandai, can't say who, Bandai is not considering whether to have the spacer as a normal release or as a Tamashii Web exclusive release. And as to whether they will release the spacer depends the sale of Grendizer itself. So if Grendizer sells well, alright, sells very well, there's a good chance that we'll get him released, be it a Tamashii or a normal release. So my gut feel is that if it sells really well, it's going to be a normal release, because it means that they're confident that they can sell most of what they produce. But if sales are moderate or just normal or so, I believe that they will just launch it as Tamashii Web exclusive, because it's just made to order. So I don't know, we shall soon see. But the prototype was actually out, released in the magazine some time ago. It was announced as in consideration. So when Bandai says in consideration, nothing's concrete, nothing's finalized. So I think all of us Grendizer fans will want to see the spacer being released. Doesn't make sense to have him but not have the spacer. Okay, anyway, back to the toy. So shoulders wise, you can raise this up much, and then in terms of the side movement, you can actually move it this much. Okay, side movements. In terms of the elbow joints, alright, full 90 degrees rotation. In fact, there's elbow joints here for this part. Okay, let me just move this. This elbow joint this part, and this elbow joint inside. So there's actually a double jointed elbow. And for this part, let me just take it out. It's actually, these two parts are actually plug on the ball joints over here, and they can actually move freely, so that you can actually have Grendizer bend his arm completely. So you don't really need to do anything. You don't need to intentionally slide them sideways, because once you try to bend the elbows, naturally they will shift aside, so that they can actually accommodate to the side of the upper arm over here. So which is cool. In terms of waist torso, you can actually extend them and have this much of an articulation, but to me it's like a little bit too much, you know, too snake-like. So I rather just push him down, alright, to have this waist, because which I think has good enough articulation. Alright, thigh-wise, you can rotate over here. Alright, knees can bend this much. This thing presses down. Alright, you can go this much. You can extend the feet a little and have this much of articulation, which is really cool. You can do really dynamic pose, and of course Grendizer can do the kneeling pose, okay, and bending pose as well. Alright, so which is quite cool. Pretty cool. You can do these kind of poses. So it's pretty neat. And since I'm actually having Grendizer in this pose, let me just do his rocket punch. So it comes with a lot of accessories. It comes with just show you the accessories pack. Alright, this accessories pack, interchangeable hands, okay, 3 pairs, open, slightly closed, and holding weapons. Effect parts for rocket punch or drill punch, and effect parts for his thunder, lightning, whatever attack. Fans, please enlighten me in your video. You know this better than I do. Comes with his weapons, alright, which is what you call the double something, okay, double sync, okay, whatever. And of course with the drill rocket punch. So over here, this effect parts, you can actually just have a, depending on your preference, alright, you can have a normal rocket punch, alright, or you can have the drill rocket punch, which I will show here for presentation of the drill rocket punch, because this is more like a trademark attack versus the normal rocket punch. I can't remember whether he did the normal rocket punch in the anime. I did watch it many years ago, but I do recall he used this attack most of the time. Alright, so here he is with this and you realize if I pose it here, this 3D effect, which is really cool. But over here you can see Grendizer with his rocket punch attack, which is very awesome as well. It's really awesome. You can do both, but I'm just gonna show one. Okay, so here it is. And what else can I show? Of course, I'm gonna show his thunder attack. So Grendizer has his lightning attack, similar to what Great Mazinger has. So what you do is just remove the horns over here, the side horns, both sides. Oops, oopsie daisy. Looks really naked, you know, really hornless, which is quite funny. Hornless, oh my gosh. Hornless. Okay, and over here, what you need to do is actually just to push it in over here. It fits in pretty easily. You just need to align it properly, and there you have it. See, Grendizer with his lightning attack. Really cool. Really like effect parts. Effect parts are sturdy, but of course be careful. Don't break anything. Just watch it. So it's really cool. Look over here. Really cool. Bzzz. Now, one of the nice things about SRCs are the effect parts. So it's really cool. Cool that Grendizer comes with so many effect parts as for this toy. So to me, that alone is worth every single cent spent. Okay, let me just put his horns back in his head first. The horns fit really well. They don't fall off easily. So that is also another plus point to me. See, they don't fall off. All right, it fits in really well. Over here, of course, at the side of the shoulders, you can remove this. And just to highlight further, over here, so it's up to your preference on how you want to set up your diorama, how you want to display it. So over here, we notice that the ones on the shoulder are curving more downwards, whereas the weapons-wise is actually bigger and curving outwards. And if you prefer, you can actually just pull this out and swap it over to this one if you want to. Let me just slot it in properly. There's actually a catch to do it. See? So it's really up to you. But for me, and of course for display purpose, which I think is definitely nicer to have the big blade. So I'm gonna put it this way, and there's actually a certain angle that you need to slot it in. Alright. And for me, despite the fact that it doesn't make sense that Grendizer has his weapons on and this on his shoulders, I still prefer to have this on his shoulders because it looks so much nicer. And yeah, regardless of the fact, you know, that it doesn't make any sense, but I just prefer it this way. So what you can do, you're going to grab the fists and swap them over. Pardon me, the weather is been a little bit dry recently because in Singapore we are having this haze issue, so it's really affected my voice a little bit. So over here we have Grendizer. Let me just show you in his pose where he puts both his weapons together. Over here, slot it in here. Okay, can't get the hole right. Alright, and now to align these two together. Okay,
So here's the Grendizer, putting his weapons together.
Voila. Okay. And just do the pose that I see on the box art, which looks really, really cool. So, pardon me, give me a little bit of time to adjust this. Ooh, looks really cool. Looks really, really cool. Looks really cool, and I'm gonna make him look really impressive in this pose. Yes.
Wow. And there you have it, Grendizer with his weapon together. Look at this way. This is how it looks aesthetically, and you want to raise it above his head with another type of feel. Yes, you can do this as well. So let me just move him towards the back a little bit. Just the camera. Yes. Okay, really have him in a very imposing and dioramic pose, holding the weapons this way and all this way. Yeah, it's really, really nice. Wow, wow, wow. Really, really nice. Of course, I'll just over here, I'll just swap the arm over. It makes more sense for him to hold it this way. And yes. Okay, we adjust it a little bit. Just trying to create some nicer looking pose to put on camera so that all of you will appreciate this piece. Okay, I like this pose. I'm going to spread his arms out a little bit more, holding the blade this way, this way. Oops, not extending it. Okay, adjusting the feet a little bit more. And yes, whoa, look at this. Really, really nice and awesome. Right. Of course, you can do a lot more dynamic poses than this, but I'll leave it to your imagination. So right now, for size comparison, I'm just going to remove his weapons. Get back his default arms. And I'm going to align him properly. So I'm just going to get Grendizer back on his standing pose. Do note that his legs cannot be extended, so there's no. So the height you see here is the complete height. You can't extend the height in any ways at all. So here's Grendizer, and here I'm going to bring the rest of the Mazinger family down for size comparison. Here we have Great Mazinger, and here we have Mazinger Z. So here's a size comparison. As we can see, Grendizer is definitely much bigger and taller than Mazinger and Great Mazinger. So which makes sense because in the show, in anime, he is supposed to be the biggest among the three. And here we have Mazing Kaiser SKL. Alright, just bring these two aside first. So in comparison, Grendizer seems to be, how should I say, a little stockier, bulk, and more muscular than Mazing Kaiser, which I'm not sure makes sense or not, because there's never been a show whereby you have Mazing Kaiser and Grendizer together, so you really can't compare the two of them per se. But my impression is that Mazing Kaiser is much bigger and bulkier compared to Grendizer. So, you know, I would appreciate, I would have liked it more if Mazing Kaiser was bigger, you know, bigger than Grendizer. But of course, this is Mazing Kaiser SKL, you know, can be excused. You really can be forgiven to say that, oh, Mazing Kaiser SKL is smaller than Mazing Kaiser. Alright, in any case, I'm just going to put it here. And one more feature we have is that the Mazinger pods, okay, they actually swap parts. So for example, Mazinger wings, I can actually put the Mazinger wings at the back. This pods over here can actually fit most of the accessories here. So you can actually have Mazinger's jet scrambler fit at the back of Grendizer, which is quite cool. I mean, it gives you more imagination. You can mix and match whatever you like. Something that Bandai wanted to push as a selling point for the SRCs, but not something that I felt was necessary. You know, I would rather focus on doing it right than anything else. So let me just put jet powder back here. Mazinger, the first version, suffers from very loose shoulder joints, major disappointment. I'm not sure if the reissue Mazinger has these issues, but so I appreciate if someone who bought the reissue Mazinger, maybe just tell me whether the reissue Mazinger has this problem as well. So I'm gonna put all these three together. I'm gonna put Mazing Kaiser SKL in the back. I can't fit all of them together in the screen. Or can I? Let me just try. Okay, I think this is the best I can do to fit all of them. So here you can see all four of them together. Really impressive. Really great. So generally, here's my review for Grendizer. Personally, I feel it's a very nice figure to get, and I really hope that they release the what you call it? I can't remember. It's just memory. I hope they release the UFO as well. Yeah, the spacer. Yes, I hope they release the spacer as well, so that we can actually combine it. It's really gonna be awesome. All right. So here's Charles signing off with yet another toy review. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Do stay tuned to my channel for more reviews next time. So here, yeah, and in case you're wondering, I'm not reviewing this figure because I just bought it because of my personal interest. So most likely not reviewing it unless there's a lot of requests for me to do so. Right. And of course, there's also the reissue of Ultraman and the Brothers Mantle. If you guys recall, I did have a review on the Ultraman, the first one, which was a major disappointment based on what Green Ranger told me. So this is a Japan version of this Dragon Ranger. Accordingly, seems that the Japan version comes with bonus parts from the Akiba Ranger show. I'm not sure whether the Hong Kong or Asia version comes with it, but doesn't really matter. All I got is this is the Japanese version. Really cool looking figure. I really like it, which is why I bought three. So I know this new revised version is a lot better articulation, better look and everything. I'm gonna open it one day and let's see if I will do a review on that as well. The Brothers Mantle, really nice. Bought one of them. I should have bought more. I should have bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Should have bought 6 of them for all the Ultra Brothers, but I didn't really pre-order most of the Ultra Brothers. I only had Ultraman. Hello everybody, this is Charles and I'm back with another toy review. This time I'm reviewing the Bandai Super Robot Chogokin Grendizer. Okay, Grendizer is what you see on the left here. I'm just showing what I got today in my package from Japan. So basically, I've got for myself Dragon Ranger, otherwise more commonly known as most of us as Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the pre-order reissue of Ace, reissue of Sophie, pre-ordered the Ultra 7X, Ultraman 7X. Jack, I don't have it. Toro, I don't have it. But anyway, I believe they'll be reissued as well, so it's not a worry for me. And of course, Grendizer. I've got 2 pieces. Right. So without further ado, let me just pull my display deck here. And here we have Grendizer.